So rumor has it, the reactor had to pull her out of the river. She got literally frozen in place. Yeah, and she ran out of bourbon. Speaking of bourbon, I could use a bourbon for our next interview. It's going to be a long one. Yeah. Oh, hi, welcome. Welcome to another episode of Me and My Reactor, the show sponsored by Biosynthetic Technologies. Today's guest, we have Mark the Mild Miller. He's CEO of Biosynthetic Technologies. Mark, I gotta ask, with such a talented team, super snapping, kayaking with reactors, warming, how's it feel to be so average?
Well, you know, Matt, being a superhuman is a full-time job. You can relate with that. Being average gives me more time to get incredible things done. You know, being average, like starting a biotechnologies company, TerraSolve Technologies, a long time ago when we were making green and sustainable materials, when green was still a color, growing it to a global, internationally recognized industry leader, then putting together the amazing Biosynthetic Technologies and sales and commercial marketing teams. If that's average, sign me up for average.
Touché, Mark. Well, since you seem to play so nice with others in companies like TerraSolve and Biosynthetic Technologies, I can only imagine you're here to talk about S-Slides and maybe how they play nice with others?
That's exactly right, Matt. That's exactly what I want to talk about. And the S-Slides have a superpower. Their superpower is their solubility and co-blending capabilities. We utilize the ASTM D611 aniline tests. We tested the S-Slides against a variety of different base oils, Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, PAO, PAG, polyols, you name it, we tested it, and the S-Slides came in top of their class. That means they are the perfect co-solvent, the perfect co-blend for anything you want to do, any base oil you want to use, and in particular, the additive chemistry that makes the oils all work.
Okay, so they have exceptional solubility, it sounds like. What does that mean?
Well, you know, that means a lot of really interesting things to us. So if you take some of the high-performance base oils like Group 3 petroleum or PAO, they don't like to play very well with others. But what we can do is we can be utilized in a Group 3 or PAO stock and help them solubilize additives, make the co-blends together, and actually increase the performance of the overall blend.
You know, so if we're talking about superpowers, Mark, I once heard with great responsibility comes great power. So I say, with great claims, there better be great proof.
You know, when you have a tech team like the team that I hired, and they do amazing things, we're able to put together incredible prototype formulations. Now, we're a base oil company, but we like to demonstrate to the industry that you can blend a variety of different products with S-Slides. So for example, one hit, right out of the park, we did a Group 3 S-Slide hydraulic fluid that actually met the biodegradability of greater than 75% and met all the ecotoxicity claims as required. It was an amazing product.
That's great, Mark, but as my old grandpappy used to say, even a blind squirrel can find a nut once in a while. You got something more than just that?
Yes, Matt, for sure. What we did is we took the knowledge that we had developed by doing that first blend, and we created a hydraulic fluid out of S-Slide and PAO. And if you don't know what PAO is, you could talk to Marlon, Julie, or Jeff, and they'll explain it to you in very simple terms.
Dr. Putz?
That would be Dr. Lutz.
Super Snap guy?
Super Snap, Super Worm guy.
What about that one that was in the reactor? Is that Julie?
That would be Awesome Julie
Okay.
in the reactor, in the kayak,
All right.
going downstream.
They can teach me about PAO. I should have asked.
They
My
could help
mistake.
you with PAOs, for sure.
All right, so you blended with PAO. Great. What'd you find?
Well, what we found, I don't know what we found. You have to ask my technological team. What we found is an extremely high performance product that co-blended with S-Slides to make a hydraulic fluid ready for action.
Ready for action. What kind of action?
What kind of action would you like? We've passed all the seal testing, all the hydrolytic testing, which is a well-known challenge for environmentally friendly fluids. We did all the oxidative testing, also demonstrating superior performance as compared to virtually any other prototype or commercially available hydraulic fluid on the market.
All right, so I think I'm buying the story now, but let's be honest. It'd be a great story if third time was a charm. You got that?
The super charm is our engine oil. As my team will explain to you and everybody else will know, to make a passenger car motor oil takes a lot of testing. It's got to go through the American Petroleum Institute testing with a whole series of test requirements. We have a GFI'd certified engine oil. It's the only finished formulation we make. It has gone through all the sequence testing. It has gone through a 150,000-mile taxi cab fleet, and it spent 2 years in testing with the Department of Defense. It is an amazing product available on Amazon. We are now in the process of making an even better product, going to the latest version of the API sequence testing, GF6.
You know, Mark, I like GF9 better. Could you get that for me?
We're going to do GF9 when and if GF9 is ever ready for us.
Well, Mark, thanks for coming on. I think that's all the time we have. Appreciate telling us a little about S-slides and their solubility and blending characteristics. Now, before you have to leave, any of your average powers you want to show off?
You know, Matt, I can always do this.
Whoa, wait, we're back on? We're back. Man, we're back on. Oh man, sponsor powers. I forgot about sponsor powers. By the way, do you think I should bring up the whole Dr. Kriech thing with him?